I don't like it. I come through when it be crickets. I come through when moves be switching. I'm the problem, I'm the villain. I don't see these rickshaws throwing dirt on my name and he gon' hit still. Know who to play with, and he's know who to play with.
Hey, yo, fresh out the beta game in my jeans. Black, slap, what do that mean? It mean that banging, have my hand out, let me hang. Hey, break down, stay down, look what I make now. Hit boy, earthquake, boy, it's a shakedown. I done so much work, they think it's fake now. Big fish, every beat is just bait now. Got rich, some switch, they try to hate now. Leave, I'm straight, I got a rake now. Need cheese, cash app, and more PayPal. Thumped up, to the max, I'm finna break down. Full water, big trip, boy, this a great cloud. Highlights, ball is like my whole take, wow. Big boss, hella chicken, I feel like Rick Ross. Why you going so damn hard? They got me these new can't with me. If I do a song with you, that's a luxury. Hit boy, work with you, that's a luxury. Don't step on my Crocs, D's. Fresh out the beta game in my jeans. Black, slap, what do that mean? It mean that banging, have my hand out, let me hang. These new can't with me. If I do a song with you, that's a luxury. If hit boy, work with you, that's a luxury. Don't step on my Crocs, these
So much NFL history has come from within the walls of Soldier Field here in Chicago. And we're happy to return to it once again in its final chapters as an NFL stadium. Jake Bates now ready to get this one started. And we're underway from Soldier Field. Tyler Scott now to return it. Good looking return here, and he's got room. They'll have decent field position to begin with here. Rocky's tackled just beyond that 30-yard line. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. Drive begins with a run by Johnson. And he's only able to power this forward for about 3 yards. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. Off the play fake, Williams. His first throw is an interception. Brian Branch has it. Wow, what an exciting start to this game, Brock. Apologies to the former QB in you. It's not an opening drive touchdown, but an interception instead.
Yeah, exciting for one side. That would be the defense. Demoralizing for the other side as an offense. First off, well, listen, it goes to the defense. And that really sets the stage for what I love and what you love, Kate, in this game of adjustments, in the game of back and forth. Who's going to respond next?
And he's going to be brought down at the 23-yard line. It's a pickup of 11. And that'll be first down, Detroit. Looking to throw. Goff. That's complete to Sam Laporta. And they get this down to the 10-yard line before going down. That's a gain of 13, and it sets them up with first and goal.
I love throwing on first down. And when you see a first down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
From the red zone now. Cut near the goal line. And in for the Detroit touchdown. He finds one of his great receivers, Brock, and they are off to a great start to begin this ball game.
Yeah, it's such a positive offensively when you can go find not just a field goal, but a touchdown on that opening drive. And defensively, this starts to shake the foundation of your preparation and makes you wonder what's in store.
Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. Scott now to return. Good looking return here, and he's got room. They'll begin from the 36 as the returner's brought down. The Bears with some nice field position as they get set. First and 10.
Let's go now.
And not a lot of room for him as he's brought down. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. From the 38. It's another first half mistake. He's intercepted again. Jack Campbell with the INT. Okay, Brock, now back-to-back drives where they have picked him off. That's got to be a worrying trend for these coaches who know how integral the passing game is to their game plan and their success.
Those poker players, the best of them, when they figure out a tell, they know exactly how to beat their opponent. This defense right now, they're reading this quarterback like a book.
And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
Yeah, you want to get above 5 yards to carry? Well, put together runs like that. And I'll tell you what else a run like that does, Kate. That sets up the play action. Right? When you really just gouge and gash a defense like that, the next time you run that action, they're going to be thinking running the ball. It'll go right over their head. Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few. He got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Patrick with the catch. And he's going to take this in. Touchdown, Detroit. The Lions parlay the interception into points. A quick second score for him, Brock, already. And we aren't even out of this opening quarter yet.
I think I just saw that D coordinator rip up his game plan down on the sidelines. Because you got to find some new resources here. You got to dedicate more bodies, more physicality to this playmaker. Because we know in this league, when you get a guy going like this, they're going to go to him until you stop him.
Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. And he's caught behind the line for a loss. Offense up to the line fast. They kick the running back in motion. Here's 2nd and 11. That's complete. Cole Kmet. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. We're back and all set for the second quarter. Bears football. They'll try to attack this deficit starting with 1st and 10. Williams on the play action. He throws a bullet deep to the right side. And this is going to end up incomplete. He really aired it out there on 1st down, but just couldn't make the connection. So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. Out of the pistol, Williams. Oh no, they get him yet again. Jack Campbell at the INT. And the Lions get it back as he intercepts him for the 2nd time this game. Oh man, Brock, those other leaders on that sideline, they've got to sit him down and calm him down. 3 consecutive drives now where he's thrown an interception.
Yeah, this defense is just all over him, seeing every throw, anticipating these routes before they're even run.
They get it right back. That's intercepted. And the Bears get the football back across midfield before going down inside the 45-yard line on the return. Oh, my goodness, Brock. I don't think I've ever seen this back-to-back plays, and we've got back-to-back interceptions.
And I would be stunned here, Kate, floored, if we saw a third in a row right here. It might be the time to remind both of these offensive coordinators, you can run the ball, because these secondaries are locked.
And he's going to score. Touchdown, Chicago! The Bears pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. Now Cairo Santos on to add the PAT. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Bears chop the lead in half. It's down to 7. And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. Here comes Williams on the return. They crush him right along the 20. That is where their offense is going to take over. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Gibbs. And he'll take it up to the 30 before being brought down. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a 1st down. Now gone. This is complete to Gibbs.
And the defense was all over that throw, able to stop it right at the line. They could smell that one coming, and they sniffed it out in a hurry.
2nd and 10. Need to get some positive yardage here. Out of the shotgun. Goff. Escapes the pocket. And the cover just too good there. Didn't find a throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. 3rd down coming up. From the gun, Goff. It's taken in by Williams. And he almost reaches the 45 before going out. He had to pick up a 14 yards as the chains reset. On 1st down, it's Goff. Completed over the middle. And this is marked down right along that 40-yard line. So we're at the 2-minute warning here from Soldier Field. The Lions looking for a bigger lead before the break. Goff on 1st and 10. Has him on the quick hitter. And just gets back to the line of scrimmage.
He specializes in salvaging broken plays out of the backfield, but even he couldn't get anything out of that one, Kate. That defense, they were all over it.
Gets this one to Patrick. That'll go for an 18-yard gain. And that gives the Lions the 1st.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
On 1st down, it's Gibbs. And the nice gain is met by a punishing hit to bring it to a halt. They get an even 10 on that play. And that'll be 1st down, Detroit. Working inside the red zone. A dangerous throw, and he almost got burned by it. The interception dropped and incomplete on 1st down. Lucky that didn't end as an interception. And we'll see what they do here on second down. Shotgun snap here to go. Catch is made in close. Touchdown, Detroit. So, Brock, this offense looking sharp here in the first half as they extend their lead.
You know, and when things are going well, sometimes you really just get into a groove. And this is a unit that's putting the pieces together.
Point after, up and good from Bates. And the Lions double their lead to 14. Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. Return starts at the 3. This return makes it up to the 25. They're out and set. 1st and 10. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. The Bears decide to call their first time out. So the big play gets him inside the opposing 45, Brock, with a new set of downs to boot. Catch is made down the right sideline. Touchdown, Chicago! The Bears making a one-score game before halftime. Santos now for the extra point. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Bears chop the lead in half. It's down to 7. And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. Here comes Williams on the return. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. They've got blackjack on the clock. Not a ton of time to use before halftime. First down throw from Goff. And this one falls incomplete. Still 17 seconds left to play.
You know, I don't fault that look at all, Kate, downfield. It was just an excellent defensive play to deny him the ball and knock it away. That is good on good.
To throw again here, 2nd and 10. It's Goff. Laporta with the grab. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. And a lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
Throw complete to Williams. And the tackle's made just beyond midfield at the 48. Just before halftime, we get a timeout taken. Throwing again, it's Goff. And that's incomplete, and it also stops the clock with just 5 seconds left. No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. They are throwing it again. And this falls incomplete with just 2 seconds remaining. No luck finding his receiver that time. So they're left facing 3rd and long. Just before halftime, we get a timeout taken. One last play before the break. One final shot before halftime. That's incomplete, trying to set up the screen there. That brings us to halftime. We'll get a break as our teams make their adjustments and then return with more of the NFL on EA Sports in just a little bit. Welcome back, everybody. Kate Scott, Brock Heward with you as we're about set to begin the 3rd quarter. Khalif Raymond to return it. This return makes it up to the 25. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Handoff running left. Here's Gibbs. Jukes out a one stop. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. Give him 15 yards on the pickup there. And that gives the Lions the first. Only took him one play, partner, and they've already made it to that 40-yard line. Gone. Too much lead on that throw. That falls incomplete ahead of his target. This one intended for the running back. So that brings up second down. Throwing is gone. Finds Laporta. And he's tackled after getting this to the opposing 46. Give him 13 on that play. And that'll be first down, Detroit. Enough to Gibbs from the gun. And they bring him down around the 34. Pickup of 12 on that play. And that gives the Lions the first. Another one for Gibbs. And he'll get it down to the 24-yard line. Give him an even 10 yards on the play. And that'll be first down, Detroit.
Hold on. Check. What?
Running it with David Montgomery. And he powers through the middle for a gain of 4.
That is just a good, solid run right there. I know, it's pretty basic commentary, but sometimes football can be basic. It keeps you on schedule. That kind of yards per carry, and you move the sticks.
He finds Laporta. And he's going to be stopped at the 17-yard line.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard defensive coordinators say, hey, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. You got to earn the right for me to call blitzes. And when you call a blitz and you don't get home and you don't hit the quarterback, you've earned nothing.
Oh, he dropped. And he will get this to the end zone for a Detroit touchdown. The Lions grow the lead coming out of halftime. David Montgomery with the touchdown. Well, he found himself some space to work, and from there, all athleticism as he made his way in for 6.
You know, you run the ball down in the red zone, Kate, you're not always thinking touchdowns, right? Space is so hard to come by. But you're exactly right. His athleticism, his explosion, his speed, it puts 6 on the board for the offense.
Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. Kickoff taken at the 3. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10.
Come on.
And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. First down throw by Williams. He puts some juice on a deep throw down the middle. And they can't connect on the deep look. Still a couple of snaps to play with, though, here. We've got second down. Off the play fake, Williams. And they pick him off again. Ifatu Melifonwu with the INT. And the Lions get it back on the final play of the quarter. Good field position for the Lions here as they head up to the line. 1st and 10. Coming right is Gibbs. And he drives ahead for good yardage up to the 45. It's a solid 7-yard pickup on 1st down. Now they're going to have 2nd and 3. Here's a counter give to Gibbs. And he's going to get stopped right around the 45-yard line. They get an even 10 on that play. And that gives the Lions the first. Goff back to throw. Into the hands of Gibbs. And he gets leveled just before he reaches the marker, and that hit prevents a 1st down.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. Third and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
And he's tackled with the first down yardage. It's the 2-minute warning from Chicago. Lions nearing a win here with a 14-point lead. It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. Gibbs now from the gun. And he pushed deep into enemy territory with that, down inside the 25. It's an 8-yard pickup, and they're going to have 2nd and 2 next. Again, it's Gibbs. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together.
For sure.
Against the better defenses in this league.
And he's brought down for a loss. The Bears decide to call their first timeout. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game.
It's after plays like these, Kate, I love to study the body.
We can run it after this.
What is that offense doing after getting stuffed inside on a run like that? And more importantly, how much does it energize that defense?
Now the Lions calling a timeout, their first. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game. Bates' kick is up and good. And that makes this a 3-score game.
We got ourselves a 3-score game now after that make. It's got to feel like it's going to just about do it with any hopes of a comeback still smoldering. I think these kickers enjoy those opportunities, Kate, to be the one to kick this lead out of range.
He stopped on the return at the 27. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. And they pick him off again. Brian Branch has it. And the Lions have the football back just shy of the midfield stripe. The team total is now up to 5, Brock. 5 times they've picked this offense off.
Say it a 3rd time for me, Kate, would you? Twist the knife for all the fans of this offense watching at home.
5 interceptions in one game. You just got to marvel at how well they played in coverage from start to finish.
Yeah, this goes beyond marveling. This goes to best-case scenario in their game plan. This is one of those special games where absolutely everything is clicking. These defenders, it's like they're seeing the entire field in perfect 20/20 vision. They could stop the clock now if they choose. In the final moments of the game, every second counts. If you're going to call a timeout, you want to be right next to that official to signal it in just as that knee goes down.
So the Lions get the win on the road. And partner, I know you took down plenty of division rivals in your NFL days. Heck, your conference opponent.
Yo.
But not far from where the Steelers' former homes at Three River Stadium.
Yo, how many minutes you got it on, bro?
We are at Pittsburgh's Acrisure Stadium.
Nah, hell no, bro. You got it on 6 minutes? No, bro.
The kicker, Chris Boswell, has it ready to go, and we are underway from Pittsburgh. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards.
Hey, is it on all Madden? Is it on all Madden, bro? Alright, for sure.
Well, to the locals, it's still and will always be high.
You can use your PS5 mic, bro. On your controller.
The Allegheny and Ohio Rivers at Acrisure Stadium in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Ball is teed up. Chris Boswell to do the honors. And we're underway from Pittsburgh. It's Brandon Powell with the return. They'll bottle him up as he gets the return to the 30. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. Starting the drive with a give to Jones. He gets a couple on first, and they'll come up 2nd and 8. Working quickly here. They go play action here. And this one too far in front of him. It's incomplete.
Can't cover it much better than that. Really well covered, Kate, on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Darnold. That's caught for the first. And what a hit there. Ouch, she faced the price for moving the chains that time. They'll empty the backfield and motion him out. Darnold looking to throw. Into a ton of traffic, and this one's intercepted. Cole Holcomb has it. And the Steelers take over after forcing the first turnover of this ball game. So the first drive of the game ends not in points, Brock, but in an INT.
And I get it. Opening drives aren't always going to end up with points or a touchdown. Good thing, though, there's a lot of opportunities left to make up for that miscue and go get yourself back in rhythm and back on script.
And they stop him after a good run that takes him down inside the 40. Give him 9 yards. He almost moved the chains there. It's going to be 2nd and 1. Staying on the ground with Harris. And he works this to the 38 before going down. He brings the offense up now for a 1st and 10. Taking the handoff. Now Wilson. Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass. First time this game they've looked to him. And now it's 2nd down.
You know, when we were growing up in the backyard, we call them alligators. 1 alligator, 2 alligator, 3 alligator. He needed another alligator in order to get that ball off. Credit the defense for forcing the incompletion.
Couldn't connect on first. It's 2nd down. Throwing again is Russ. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. There he goes. Right sideline. And he's going to go. It's a pick 6. Well, that certainly wasn't the end result he was after there, Brock. A big play to start the scoring, but we can definitely say this was not his intention, letting that pass go.
No, a lot of game left, though, and that's a positive. And you know what? He's going to have a chance to totally redeem himself after that one.
Well, Brock, hopefully some short memories on offense as they get it right back here on the kickoff after that pick 6. Return starts at the 3. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. After the pick, here's Wilson. He's on the move. He's running with it. He wisely avoids contact, sliding down there. That played good enough for a 1st. It's a 21-yard gain. And he'll bring up a Pittsburgh 1st down. Blitz coming, Russ. Throw secured by George Pickett. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. That one goes for 25 yards. And that's a Steelers 1st down. Wilson now. It's another first half mistake. He's intercepted again. And the Vikings are stopped on the return just shy of their own 35. Well, no doubt there was some doom and gloom on the sideline following their interception, right? But a little bit of new life now as their defense picks them up, gets it right back for them.
Hey, I am all for a nice little game of one-upmanship between these two defenses. You picked on a guy off, fine. We'll answer right away. See how you follow that up.
2nd down now, 7 to go. Now for the 2nd quarter to begin. Vikings in control of it. They'll be set up 2nd and 7. Now he'll throw off the play fake. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Splits a couple of defenders and completes it. And he'll be brought down a step or two shy in midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48. Throwing here, Darnold. Into traffic, complete. And this is marked down right along that 40-yard line. Offense in the hurry up here. Here's Darnold. And they get this down to the 28. The dose of the hurry-up offense here. Darnold now to throw. This has been a trend, yet another interception. Dante Jackson takes it away. And the Steelers take over off their third interception of this game.
You know, I can still hear the call all the way up in the booth. Okie! That's what that whole defense screams after an interception, and you see everybody getting involved. That nearly went for a house call. Just an incredible effort by that offense to run it down, but even with that, they will take that Okie any day. What a huge pick in return for that defense.
Wilson now, 1st and 10. And he's not quite that fast. Let him just a bit too much. That's incomplete. George Pickens, the intended target. So it's 2nd down coming up.
36 power.
Russ now from the gun. Catch is made in close. And he goes down, so they're set up with a nice 1st and goal as we've reached our 2-minute warning. Russ is cooking again. Has it in close. And he's going to be touchdown. Brock looks to be a couple yards shy of that marker. Steelers working with a sense of urgency from the hurry-up clock, continuing to run. Harris. And he's not going to reach the end zone. They bring him down at the 1. Just a yard that time. They needed more, and now it's 3rd and goal. QB sneak coming. And he's in for the touchdown. The Steelers earn the chance to tie before halftime. Russell Wilson with the touchdown on a quarterback sneak to the end zone. Point after up and good from Boswell. And the Steelers tie this game 7-7. Now Boswell on to send this away. And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback. This drive starting from the 30. They're out and set. 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. He throws a bullet down the left sideline. And this is going to end up incomplete. He really aired it out there on 1st down, but just couldn't make the connection. So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. Here's Darnold to throw. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. A pickup there of 39. And that's going to give the Vikings the 1st down. So the complexion of this drive has changed dramatically now. New set of downs inside the 35. Throwing deep for the end zone. And they score. It's a Minnesota touchdown. The Vikings get some late points and the lead. It's a Justin Jefferson touchdown. Reichard there to tack on the extra point. And the Vikings break that tie and now lead by 7. Here's Reichard set to kick this away. Starting from the 5. And this drive will start inside the 25. There's 35 seconds to go in the half as they are ready to begin their drive. 1st down, here's Russ. the hands of Pat Fryermuth. And he goes out close to that 45-yard line. An excellent gain, 20 yards there, and that's going to move the sticks.
Every tight end worth his salt wanted this. Really craved man-to-man coverage. The best of them, give me man-to-man coverage, and I'm going to beat you. I was around Dallas, Clark, and Indy, one of the best. You play man-to-man, he's going to find a way to out-leverage you, separate from you, and make a play just as that tight end did. That's a throw that's got to go somewhere else. Double coverage waiting for it. They were thinking interception for a second. An incompletion is still pretty good, too.
It's incomplete. Should have been a catch downfield, but off his hands and to the ground it goes.
Chillin'.
Looking for George Pickens that time. And that's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long.
You know, I'm not sure if he was hearing footsteps or just had a surprise break in concentration. So unusual to see one dropped unless there's a hit involved.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Once more, it's Wilson.
I got the Vikings, bro.
The clock now down to 16 seconds remaining.
The Steelers a good team, though.
That time. And they're going to be stuck with a 4th and long.
I got the Vikings. Somebody else got the Steelers.
Throwing again. Here's Wilson. Rolling left, buying some time. Oh, he's going to run for it. And he'll go out of bounds after a pickup inside the opposing 40. One of their best play calls of this game, Brock. Nets them 17 yards on 4th down and gets them the first. Wilson now from the gun. And they don't connect there, so only 6 seconds remaining. Couldn't find Mike Williams on that throw. And now they face 2nd down.
You know, it's tough to succeed at linebacker in most defenses if you can't hold your own in coverage. They rely on you to break up throws just like that and take some of the stress off the secondary.
And they'll stop him, but not until he has a nice little gain down to the 32. Just before halftime, we get a timeout. Take it. Here comes Chris Boswell and the Steelers field goal unit. A 49-yarder in front of him here.
Yeah, when the Vikings play, I watch them too. I watch the Vikings sometimes.
And it's dropped back down now to a 4-point game. So that's the halfway point of this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Brock and I will be back right after this. Well, that first half, certainly an interesting one. Kate Scott, Brock Heward with you as we get back and see what the second half has in store for us. He's going to return it from a yard or 2 deep. And he's brought down just inside the 25 on the return.
Yeah, the Chiefs, they decent. But, like, I don't know.
They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Defense shows blitz. Wilson makes the grab in bounds left side. And he takes this out after crossing the 45. It's a 23-yard pickup on the play. And he'll bring up a Pittsburgh 1st down. Great start to the drive. They're up in the neighborhood of midfield after just 1 play. Wilson on 1st and 10. Finds a seam down the middle. And he's going to be dragged down. Looks like at that 37-yard line. Wilson with it on 1st. Getting out to his left. Now here he goes. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. That goes as a gain of 25 yards and picks up the 1st. Working inside the red zone. The throw is caught. And they'll get this down nearly to the end zone. Instead, stopped at the 2. A nice pickup of 11 there, Brock, and they'll have 1st and goal to figure out.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in 1 play and keep driving that defense backwards.
Going jumbo set on this 1st and goal. Going power with a big tight end. And he is into the end zone for a Pittsburgh touchdown. The Steelers take the lead right away in half number 2. Well, Brock, not sure the play they were running was all that disguised, but with the personnel they had out there, it was going to be tough to stop him either way.
Yeah, there's a great debate. Is it the X's and O's or the Jimmies and Joes? No debate there. That was the Jimmies and the Joes and their want to run it right down their throat.
Now Boswell on to send this away. Ty Chandler to return. And in the end, Brock, an exciting touchback as the return comes out to the 30. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Now Darnold. As the open man downfield. It's a Minnesota touchdown. The Vikings grab the lead on their first series of the half. It's a T.J. Hockenson touchdown. One after try good by Reichert. And the Vikings take a 4-point lead. Here's Reichert set to kick this away. Kickoff taken at the 3. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Ross off the play fake. Got to him right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground. Couldn't find Mike Williams on that throw. So 2nd down coming up.
You know, that was a play, Kate, right there where you need to buy your receivers just enough time to get open along their routes. And your quarterback enough time to find and hit him with the throw. Time? Well, that's not what he had. O-line couldn't hold up, and it forces the incompletion.
And he's going to be out of bounds just before reaching the 30.
Well, he saw his guys pick up the blitz. Well, he felt them pick it up anyway if he wasn't looking at him. But with their effort on his behalf, I think this QB felt owed to them and the group up front to find somebody to get a completion, so that effort up front wasn't in vain.
And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted him. They wanted him on the route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, then go to work after.
That's going to be caught by Washington. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. A big play, 23 yards to move those chains. It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. 1st down throw from Wilson. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
Taking the handoff, now Wilson. It's taken in by Williams. And he goes out approaching that 10-yard line. They get 22 on that one. And that's a Steelers 1st down.
It was such a privilege for me to watch Marvin Harrison and Reggie Wayne in person in Indianapolis do their work. Darrell Jackson out in Seattle. They showed how great a deep out.
He brings the offense up now for a 1st and 10. Sticking in the air with Wilson. Escapes the pocket. And he just gets rid of it. Knew he had a couple of plays left. Didn't want to take a risk there on 1st down.
Well, discretion, the better part of valor in a lot of cases. Rather than force something with no one open and risk a turnover, he wisely just threw it away.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Wilson to throw again. This one's caught. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
Kate, one thing I learned from the late, great Mike Leach is, yeah, the system was called air raid, but it wasn't just attacking downfield. His philosophy, and it played out right there, is you have to attack every inch of the field, both vertically and horizontally, without routes or in routes, just like that. Those kind of completions are so frustrating, Kate. It's like a putt. You got it on line, you feel good about it's going in the hole, but you never want to leave it short.
And the QB keeps it on the sneak. And they're going to touch him down after a short pickup.
That play is a go-to so many times in this down and distances, but defenses, well, they can expect it too. And look at the defensive line, man, were they ever ready for it? Tremendous push inside and kept them from reaching the chains.
And this one gets up to the 14-yard line before he stops.
Here we go.
Moving quickly, trying to get set again. Play action on first down. That one hits the ground, incomplete, but a flag also hit the ground. Let's sort this out. So not a holding call. One of the linemen actually too far downfield that time. That's what drew the flag. They'll motion him out of the backfield. Darnold. On the move, headed right. On the run right, throwing deep down the side. They did it! He made the interception! Picked off by Joey Porter Jr. And the Steelers have some new life in the fourth.
This is a time that the communication upstairs from the booth, Kate, down to the field, it starts to get just a little bit hot. These eyes in the sky, they've got to help this quarterback try to see the field, because right now, with the third interception...
Oh no, the ball is loose! And they jump on top of it. Oh, a clutch recovery to clean up the mistake this late in the game. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Wilson to throw it. Snared by his running back. It's Najee Harris. And he's brought down inside the 10.
I don't know what's happening, bro. You losing, though.
Real solid pickup, 12 yards, and it rewards him with a 1st and goal. Trying to run in, Harris. And he'll go down shy of the end zone. They mark him at the 4. He gets him 6, and that's going to bring up 2nd and goal.
That does not show up on any explosive stat sheet, but let me tell you, Kate, that's the real deal right there. You run for that kind of yardage consistently in the NFL, you do set yourself up for success.
And he's not going to reach the end zone. They bring him down at the 1.
Well, you haven't given up the goal line yet, but this offense is moving closer and closer. Now might be the time defensively to get a little more aggressive, try to stick them with the loss, and make a difficult 4th down decision.
Minnesota spends its 2nd time out here. Still one more in their pocket to use.
I know they had bigger visions when they called that play. This is one of those spots, Kate, where when a defense is dialed in, especially in the red zone, it's very tough to surprise them with anything.
Three plays haven't gotten it done. Now a 4th to try to reach that end zone. Throwing now. And on 4th down, that one won't
GG,
work.
bro.
It's incomplete. He can't find the end zone. They stop him, and they'll still trail as they turn it over on downs. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Oh, look at this. He's setting up to throw. Into the hands of Jefferson. Complete. And he's brought down up at the 6-yard line. The Steelers calling their 1st time out. 2nd and 6 coming up here. Wow, they're going to pass it here. Wow, still throwing, and this is intercepted. And the defense has come through. They're in the end zone, and that gives them the lead. You get a pick 6 six, you get a pick six. These defenses, Brock, wow, they have competed. Seeing who ends up with the best highlight of the game, huh?
A highlight? You're going to call a pick six and multiple? Highlight, Kate?
No, even if it's your defense doing it, come on, B-Rock.
No highlight for a quarterback.
A quick chance at redemption after that pick six as it's sent away. Powell now to return. Tackle made as the return gets it out to the 32.
Hey, Kate, the best kick returners I was ever around, really at any level, they want this opportunity. They want their chance to help their team. They know they're down, but they also know that return, especially a good one like this, can set the offense up for success.
Here he is to throw. Trying to push it deep downfield. That one is incomplete, and the clock stops with 18 seconds to go.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
Couldn't connect on first. It's second down. He'll look to throw it. A bit of desperation on this deep shot. That could be it, folks. It's intercepted.
Hey, we got to run this back, bro.
Make the play that should win them this game.
This is a lonely place. And I don't know how many walk in the planet have thrown 5 picks, but I'll raise my hand. I did it in an Apple Cup, and it is a lonely, humbling feeling. Everything that could go wrong, well, it's gone wrong for this quarterback today, and I hope that's the last time we see him throw a pass in this one.
He's going to loft one deep to the left. And this one falls incomplete, so we're down to 4 seconds, and we'd assume our final snap. So after the incompletion, here comes the second down call. Setting up to pass. He's trying to go deep again. And it's incomplete, but hey, who cares? They've got the lead, and we are out of time.
GG, bro.
So make a check it.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to North Carolina and the bustling city of Charlotte as we welcome you inside Bank of America Stadium, the home of the Panthers. Out is Eddie Pinheiro to get this one started. And off we go from Charlotte. And we'll see a return here from his own end zone. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. Three tight ends in the game to start the drive. On the carry, this is Nick Chubb. A modest gain, maybe 2 yards. It's second down. On play action, it's Watson. Oh, intercepted on the second play of the game. Picked off by Xavier Woods.
So anytime a team suffers an early setback like that interception, human instinct says, Mike, we need to get away from our game plan. We need to adjust. I don't think that's the case. There's a lot of game left, a lot of chances to avenge that play and still connect downfield on some of these passes. All proven, though, Mike. They've got to identify what went wrong. Let's correct it so we're able to move forward. These hitch routes, they're usually just designed to pick up a few safe yards. An easy completion, get some rhythm for your quarterback. However, this time, he's able to make a little magic happen after the catch and turn it into something much bigger than even they were probably anticipating.
And they'll get him down after a gain of 5, but that is enough for a first down.
Well, let's give some credit to the big boys up front in the trenches. They knew that blitz was coming. They held up just long enough that the quarterback could get that ball out safely and results in a completion.
They'll set up the screen here to Hubbard. And the Panthers are going to have a first and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Sudden change. So you find yourself defensively a little bit on your heels. Your offense just turned the ball over. Now you've got to go out and make a stand. Well, so far this offense has moved the ball pretty quickly. But
that is caught back corner of the end zone. Ja'Tavion Sanders. Touchdown, Panthers. And, of course, all scoring plays are reviewed. So replay's going to take a look at this one and make sure it is good for 6. So, ruled a touchdown originally. They didn't find any reason to overturn it, and it stays on the board. So now, after the touchdown, Pinheiro out to kick it away. On the return, it's Jerome Ford. Nice job by the return team as he takes it across the 30-yard line. Boy, some bulk in the formation on that right side here for 1st and 10. Watson. He'll air it out down the middle. That's caught. And they're going to have this all the way down inside the 30-yard line. Play action. Watson. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. A play fake. Now Watson to throw. He'll get that into the hands of Nick Chubb. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line. Off play action, here's Watson. A dive and a catch. Incredible. From the 4-yard line, trying to punch it in. 1st down and goal. They'll put one of the tight ends in motion. Here's Chubb. And he'll just get up inside those big bodies up front. And he's in. Nick Chubb. Touchdown, Cleveland.
And this is what good offenses in the NFL do, Mike. It's the ability to bounce back, even if the onset of the game doesn't go exactly according to plan. Everybody wants to take their opening possession and go down there and come away with a touchdown. But it's not always going to be perfect. You turn it over on possession 1. What are you going to do in response on possession 2? Well, we just got our answer, and they took it down for 6.
We're all tied, 7 apiece, and the kick's away. Velus Jones now on the return. And this will work out quite well. He'll get it all the way up. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10.
Here we go.
Now Young. A throw left side, going to be intercepted. Picked off by Martin Emerson. And he's going to give a short field to his offense here as they try to break the tie.
And this is going to go down as a pick, but it really was the pressure defensively that caused the interception. I mean, he was a little sloppy with his fundamentals, but I think it's as a result of the guy in his face led to that ball kind of sailing, inaccurate throw, and that's just really good team defense.
Nick Chubb, the intended target there. And it'll lead to a second down. Out of the gun, Watson. Downfield for Njoku. That is caught. What a throw. David Njoku. Touchdown, Browns.
All week we're going to see this play be run over and over as a highlight of the quarterback and the receiver. But, Mike, the part that people don't give enough credit to, in order to get a downfield shot, you have to have time, and what a great job.
This one intercepted. Picked off by Josie Jewell. Accelerating toward midfield. Inside the 20. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the goal line. Nearly a pick six, but he does set up the offense with first and goal.
Yeah, I tried to, bro.
Here's Hopkins now after the touchdown. He'll boot this one away. Jones now on the return. He'll get across the 20, mark him at the 22-yard line. Unbalanced look here to the right side on 1st and 10. Here's Young.
Come on now, bro.
Another ball that's intercepted. Picked off by Greg Newsome.
Did that same play.
He is going to score. A pick six for the touchdown. And now you get the pick six, and right on the heels of that, the offense comes out to go for two. Shotgun snap to Watson. This is going to be caught. So it's an 8-point swing. Not just the pick six, but add on a 2-point conversion. Here's Hopkins now after the touchdown. He'll boot this one away. Jones now on the return. And he'll bring it out to the 22-yard line. That's where the offense will take the field. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10.
Come on, set.
Here's the pistol snap to Young. There's a short one caught by Sanders. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5. Now the first carry for Chuba Hubbard. And he'll take this to the 35, and that'll move the chains. It's a first down.
Second down at these distances, Mike, you pretty much anticipate a pass, and I think that's what the defense was lined up thinking. In this case, they leave a little too much room on the ground, and the offense is able to pick up a first down.
And this will be incomplete. He was seeking out the veteran Adam Thielen that time. And it'll be second down.
You know, there's a fine line between trusting your arm and having a little bit too much faith in your arm, right? I think this was one of those situations here, Mike, where there was nowhere to go with the ball. He tries to fit that one in there anyway, and he's lucky that it just falls incomplete.
And he's going to be brought down up past the 45.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and there wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest, and that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35.
And now you can see they're really getting in rhythm in this 2-minute drive. Now, after that last completion, Mike, they cross midfield. Now the mindset goes to, all right, we got to come away with some points. They've got a quarterback who's in complete control.
And for the third time in this first half, he's been intercepted. Picked off by Martin Emerson.
When you find yourself in this situation, Mike, you're on defense, you're defending your own goal line, you got to take some chances. You got to try to force a turnover and make a play and get off the field. That's exactly what this defender did. Takes a chance, bets on himself, and comes away with a pick to save them some points. As a pass rusher, you don't always need to record a sack to make your presence felt. Creating pressure, move the quarterback, affect his timing. Those are all different ways to take pressure off your coverage unit.
Fake the handoff. Now Watson. Going deep downfield for Judy. It hangs up a bit too much. It's intercepted. Picked off by Xavier Woods. And he's going to set up his guys with great field position. A huge chance to cut into the deficit.
It's not often, Mike, that everything breaks right for this type of return off of an interception. But, boy, is it beautiful when it does. I mean, look at the defenders just flip around and become blockers, trying to spring their guy to the house.
And he's going to wind up going out of bounds. That's a big mistake. He needed to just fling that to the sideline. Instead, it'll be a huge loss.
Let's go.
A second down throw for Young. To get this complete, it's Thielen over the middle. This has been bizarre. From second and a mile, a huge gain, but still short of a first down.
Well, it goes without saying. You want to play wide receiver in the NFL, Mike. How well can you change directions? How fast can you get your body from one direction to another? And when you can cut like this guy, I'm not sure how you guard it.
And they'll move this ball way down into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line. Ball down to the 16-yard line. And it's 1st and 10. That one taken in. Adam Thielen. Touchdown, Carolina.
What separates the really good quarterbacks from everybody else in the National Football League, Mike, is not only ability to process, but the ability to process quickly under pressure. And I think that's exactly the case here. He's able to go through his progression, find his target in the end zone, and then deliver that ball on time, accurately, and the result is a touchdown.
Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll start this one with a 3 tight end look. On first down, it's Watson. He's going to try it here again. That is brought in. And they get it down there, but it is inside the 10. It is going to be 1st and goal.
What can I say, Mike? Good things happen when you get the ball to your tight end.
Yeah, I one-handed that, bro.
Seriousness, think about what this guy has to handle in the passing game. Not only to be the possession guy, convert first downs underneath, but then have the ability to be the matchup to get downfield and be vertical in the passing game. There's not a lot of tight ends around the league that can do both, and when you have them, I don't blame the quarterback for looking his way.
He pulls it in around the 5. And he will dive into the end zone. Elijah Moore. Touchdown, Cleveland. Now Hopkins on to add the extra point. He knocks it through. And the Browns have doubled their advantage. It is now a 28-14 game. Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. Here's 1st and 10.
Here we go. Set.
Off the play fake. Here's Young. Throwing left side there, but it is incomplete.
For the most part, he's been very accurate with the ball. I mean, he's completing over 60% of his passes, but because they haven't been able to get any big explosive plays, continue to push the ball downfield, hasn't really translated on the scoreboard just yet.
Here we go.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10.
Hut.
From the gun, it's Young. And for the 4th time today, he has been intercepted. Picked off by Martin Emerson. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
There's not a position on the field, Mike, let alone any sport, where the mental side doesn't come in and impact how well you perform. And in this case, when you've thrown 4 interceptions in one game, I think we can all safely assume some of those mental issues have seeped into his game. And if he can't get settled down, he's playing right into the hands of this defense.
He'll let this go towards the end zone.
An incompletion there isn't ideal by any means, Mike, but I think that's one of those passes where he made sure that ball was either going to end up in his guy's hands or out of bounds.
We'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. That's going to wind up incomplete. Not much time remaining. Time for one more snap here in this first half.
It's pretty remarkable at this stage, Mike, that they're even winning this game. I mean, anytime a quarterback is completing less than 50% of his throws, you just don't see that very often, and it just seems like time and time again, this quarterback and his intended targets, they're just not on the same page.
2 incompletions to start the drive, and it leads to 3rd down and 10. From the shotgun, here's Watson. Now a deep ball toward the end zone. That is going to be hauled in. He's got it. David Njoku. Touchdown, Browns. His 2nd touchdown of this first half.
These are the plays that when you look back, Mike, they ultimately decide the outcome of the game. There's no time left on the clock. All they're trying to do is take a shot into the end zone. You've got to get depth. You've got to have guys that can go up and high point and compete for the ball. And you've just got to knock this ball down and go into halftime.
And what happened there? Pick doesn't even get there off the crossbar. No good. No extra point added. Coach, thank you. Back here on EA Sports as we count down to the kickoff of the second half. Very one-sided first half of action. Will we get a turnaround? Let's find out. The third quarter is underway. And he'll be forced out of bounds, but a very solid return. 1st and 10.
Strike. 3-3. Set. Hut.
Out of the shotgun. Young. Catch made by Thielen. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35.
52. Come on. Set.
On 1st and 10, here's Young. That's taken in. It's Xavier Leggett. He's close to a first down. It's a gain of 9. Nice pitch and catch on first down. A good spot here. 2nd and a yard. Throwing is Young. He's hit as he threw. It goes to the ground, and it's an incomplete pass. 3rd and a yard.
Here we go. Here we go.
To throw is Young. He's got his man. That's Leggett. And he's into the end zone. Xavier Leggett. Touchdown, Panthers. Pinheiro on for the extra point. The kick is good. And the Panthers are able to cut into the deficit. So now, after the touchdown, Pinheiro out to kick it away. Here comes Ford on the return. And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line. It's a 3 tight end look as they have it 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Chubb to start this drive. Not much there, maybe a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. On play action, it's Watson. Looking for his tight end on the corner route. He's got it. We'll go 3 tight ends here on 1st and 10. Watson going to give it to Chubb. Not a whole lot there as he'll work it down to the 46. Play is made there by DJ Wano. On play action, he'll set up to throw. Now he'll run it. And he's into a slide to avoid the contact. Does so successfully, and it's a 1st down. Running is Chubb. And that's the way you want to run it on 1st down. A gain of 7. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. On 2nd down, here's Watson. That's into the hands of Judy on the right side. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. On 1st down, Watson. That's complete to Moore on the right side. And he's close to another 1st down as he's brought down just shy of the marker. To throw on 2nd down is Watson. Right back to Moore, another grab. And he's going to be brought down here. Here's a chance to put this game away. 1st down and goal. Again, it's Watson. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his...
Oh, you got the injuries on?
Downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap.
Watson to throw again. And this throw out of the back of the end zone. It's incomplete.
You can feel them starting to press a little bit, especially with this passing game. They find themselves so close to the end zone, they got to get it over the goal line. You got to be a little bit more accurate. You got to be a little bit smarter with the ball. And right now, the timing.
He's got his big tight end, David Njoku. Touchdown, Cleveland. That is his 3rd touchdown of the afternoon. They'll go for 2 as Watson brings the Browns to the line. He'll look to throw. The pressure got to him. He was hit as he threw it. It's incomplete, and they come up empty, trying for 2. Here's Hopkins now after the touchdown. He'll boot this one away. Jones now on the return. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. They'll come up here, 1st and 10.
Let's go now.
Back to throw, Young. The coverage too strong that time. The ball batted away and incomplete.
Shot, 17. Down.
On play action, Young. He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. And he might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a third down.
Ready?
Here's Young. He's going to let this one go deep. That is incomplete. Well read that time defensively, making it difficult downfield, and that's going to bring up a fourth down.
Let's go.
They'll go. Young. Oh, for the 5th time, he is intercepted. Picked off by Martin Emerson.
And at this point in the game, Mike, we all know one play can be the difference between winning and losing. And now after that poor throw, we'll see, can they capitalize on this extra possession that they just stole? So on a day where he's completed, give or take half of his passes, Mike, you have to imagine there's a handful of throws he'd like to have back, and I think that last one falls in that category. But the biggest thing, and most fortunately for them, they find themselves with a lead despite a bit of an up-and-down performance out of their quarterback.
Strong running there. He brings this down inside the 25. First and 10. Here's Watson. This one is complete along the sideline. A very nice job to fit that ball in. It'll be a modest gain.
The best guys I've been around, Mike, they have a sense where they can see the ball, but they can feel the sideline. And that's kind of an innate sense that these guys have that allows them to concentrate and secure the catch and ensuring that both feet remain in bounds.
Here now, 3rd and 5. A play fake. Now Watson to throw. And that is incomplete.
I think he predetermined that 3rd down throw. And even though the coverage was tight, he still tried to fit the ball in there anyway. And it ended up falling incomplete. I think if he goes through his progressions and has a little bit more trust in his protection, I think there's an easier throw to make out there.
That's caught. It's the tight end, Njoku. It's a pickup of 14, and the decision to go for it pays off. Ball sitting on the 3. It is first down and goal. Shotgun snap to Watson. That is caught. What a job on the scramble. Jerry Jeudy. Touchdown, Browns. We'll go again from the 3. It is second and goal.
31. Set. 34.
Out of the gun, Watson. That is caught to the goal line and in. Elijah Moore. Touchdown, Cleveland. 2 touchdowns for him now on the afternoon. Throwing again is Watson. That's going to be incomplete. That would have been a tough grab. The collision jarred it loose. The try for 2 is unsuccessful. Here's Hopkins now after the touchdown. He'll boot this one away. Jones now on the return. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. So they come to the line for first down and 10. Out of the shotgun, Young. Working free downfield, it's Thielen. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
Ready. 52 plus.
Young to throw on first and 10. And it's complete to the sideline. Nice job getting both feet down inbounds. An enviable spot to operate from. Here's second and inches. Off the play fake. Here's Young. And he's just throwing ducks up there. Another ball intercepted. Picked off by Martin Emerson. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
Well, Mike, this is entering the wrong kind of rarefied air. I mean, as in, it's only happened a handful of times since the turn of the millennium rare. It's an entire season's worth of picks thrown in just one game. I think at this point, you junk the playbook, you light it on fire, and we're just going to start from scratch next week.
Here's Watson now on second down. That's taken in by Chubb. 17 yards, the gain that. And now the referee looks like he has gotten word from replay. They're going to stop the game inside the last 2 minutes. All replays emanate from there. So that is what you want. I know sometimes it takes time, but they did get it right, and this call will stand. Watson now on first down. And this is going to be a touchdown. They are going to extend the lead here in the final minute of play. They'll go for 2 as Watson brings the Browns to the line. Out of the gun, he'll throw. And he will get in for the 2. They open up the bag of tricks on the goal line and add a pair of points. So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. Jones now on the return. Good job in coverage. They're going to get him down short of the 20-yard line.
Striker, 3-3. Here we go. Set.
Young to throw on first down. The pressure there got to him. He's hit as he threw it, and that pass falls incomplete.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just no...
And more of the same. Another interception. That's the safety, Grant Delpit. And the Browns are going to take over just shy of midfield.
And that should be the final dagger in this one. I mean, barring something dramatic happening here, Mike, I just don't think there's enough time or possessions left in this game to pull off any sort of comeback.
On first down, it's Watson. Now a shot here, deep middle. And for a third time today, he's intercepted. Picked off by Xavier Woods.
Even though that interception, it probably won't have much of an impact on the outcome of the game, but at least defensively it gives them something positive to build off of, because up until that point, this game's been a struggle.
Come on, set.
On first down is Young. That's downfield. He's got Sanders, the tight end. And he'll be brought down there, and that'll put a wrap on this one. Time has expired in this fourth quarter. So it's a win.
Trying to run it back, bro. But no, best of 3. All right, for sure.